Podium Club at Attesa. This is meant to be the mecca in the Southwest for racing. But at the time of recording and the time of racing, it looked more like this. So we raced on what was at the time a pretty bare bones facility, but the track itself was amazing. Brand new track, lots of grip, multiple different sections that have all their own unique characteristics. Staff was great. The whole experience racing there was amazing. So I can't wait to go back next year. Oh, and I got a new R6. This is my old 2008 next to my new 2020. It's got the basic aftermarket mods done to it, but nothing inside the motor. And this was the very first race I ever raced it in. I get stuck in P7. We come into turn 1, and I know that I have to pass some people while we're going a little bit slower than normal race pace. By the end of turn 3, I've made it up to P4, but up in P1 is Art Johnson, and if I don't catch up to him, he will start crawling away. I see an opportunity on the inside here to take John for P3, so I stay under him and hold my inside line. He goes a little bit wide, and we drag race up that hill into the next turn, where I hold on to P3. On this back S section, I gain a lot of ground on Scott in front of me. The track looked a little dirty, but the grip was still deceivingly good. Finally, on the second to last S, I decided to cut up on the outside of him so that when we flip to the right, I'll be on the inside. I stick that line, drag race down to the hairpin before the straight, hold on to P2. Now I just have to catch Art out in front of me. Going down the straight, you can see Art in front of me, just a little speck. I don't gain a whole lot on the straight, but finally when we come into turn 1, I gain a lot of ground, pulling up on him through that high-speed left-hander. A left-hand kink over a crest. Everyone rolls off a little bit at the top, but you don't need to, so I knew I could shoot up on the inside and hold that inside line, pretty similar to what I did to John. And that's P1. Now I know I just have to hold on for a few laps, and this will put me in first in the championship. Closely, you can see a gap between my palm and the actual handlebar. That's because my elbows are tucked so far in that your hands end up being very relaxed on the bar, which is a good thing. This is your resting time on the straight. Take a look at your temperatures and make sure that you feel comfortable to come into turn 1 real hot. Take a couple deep breaths. Okay, so at this point in the race, I'm just thinking, just keep pulling away. I got through the straight in turn 1, which is where you're the most panicked that somebody's going to try to fight you into turn 1. So now I know I just need to hold an inside line, race clean, and I'll slowly walk away. Take a quick look over my shoulder and I see Art. He's a little ways back, but he's within striking distance. Still gotta keep pushing and play it clean. Again, and he's right there on the apex of the turn. I've gained some ground, but he's still hanging on. See here on my left handlebar, I actually clicked traction control up 1. Not because I was sliding around, but because I was on a brand new tire that I wanted to use for another race, and seeing as I had the lead, I didn't want to spin any more than I needed to. So just trying to save some tire life. Also, you might have just saw that waving yellow I went through, so now I'm looking for an incident, which happens to be right here on this next turn. Guy looks like he's okay, so we keep pushing. So this is the last lap, but my gas light indicator came on the previous lap. So this is the new bike, so I'm not sure how many miles I can go. I'm just trying to get to the finish line at this point. And then you see me do a look over my shoulder and miss the handlebar when I go back to grab it. Look over my shoulder again and realize he is still behind me. Turn to come through clean, we take P1 in our first race ever at the Podium Club at Attesa. I want to say thanks to everyone who made this possible. My dad, who supports me at every single race and is the best pit crew I could ever ask for. My wife, who loves and supports me through this crazy dream I'm chasing. And my best friend, Aaron, who comes out to support me at all the races. I couldn't do this without you guys. Thank you. And to Roger and the ASMA Championship Series, putting on all these great race events in the Southwest. If we didn't have you, we wouldn't have anywhere else to go. So I appreciate everything you and the corner workers, staff and facility members, everyone does.